Hi, welcome to a year on the plot with the Allotment Gardener. It's the 22nd of June, that means it's after the longest day, and therefore the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting longer. The reason I'm hiding behind the shed is because the wind is phenomenal. It's I don't know if I'll be able to stand up out in the open, and with the problems we've had with the sound effects because of the wind previously, I don't think this is going to be a very long video. Now hiding behind the greenhouse, looking into the greenhouse, the herbs that I got from the gardening magazine some time ago that I put into pots could actually be planted out. And it's quite handy because, having forgotten to weed my line of coriander and chives, they've not performed particularly well. I'm going to leave the chives in because they're still visible, but the coriander have been pulled out, so it leaves us a bit of space to put some more herbs in the herb bed. If you remember previously, I planted the coriander along here and the chives along here, just trying to fill up that space. What I would have done had I known I was putting some more stuff in was, rather than have a line of chives, which I think I kept saying I'd put parsley in there anyway, I'd have put them in a little bunch so that we can just scatter things around. But most of these plants are now established. Sweet basil doing very nicely. I'm going to keep that in the greenhouse, try and do something around the tomatoes that are in there, but the rest of them I'll just plant them out in clumps around the herb bed and see how we go from there. That's all those herbs in there, and I must say the herb bed, from being bare and weedy, is coming along quite pleasantly. We had the shop bought herbs that are clearly well established, and we've just added another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pots of herbs in there. As I say, were grown from the gardening magazine. Should they be successful, I might even tell you which magazine it was. Here's a little competition for fun. 2 years ago I planted a flower out in the one of the beds, and when we were tidying up the beds I popped it into this container, and it's now blossomed and the bees are doing the business on it. But who can tell me what it is? That's what I like to see. The little bunch of strawberries I saw the other day are now ready for picking. The only question is if any other members of the family are going to even know they existed, because they might get eaten before I get home. Can't quite remember if I showed you us tying up the sultana and fire tongue climbing beans, but we pointed them in the right direction, and as you can see they're now shooting up the canes. Okay, we're now amongst the peas. These are meteor peas that we started off in the greenhouse. Saturday today. I'm not going to pick any more. I'm going to pick them tomorrow over the Sunday dinner. I want them fresh, but they're lovely. Got to be one of my favourite things to come out of the allotment is the spinach. I eat rather a lot of curries, and this just really finishes them off. Still not sure if we're going to have enough strawberries left to take home. Flowers have started appearing on the potatoes, so it's not going to be long until I have to harvest these. Right, the triffids are trying to drag me back into the greenhouse. This is the cucumbers here. The tomatoes are looking to get dwarfed if we're not careful. I think over-exuberance might be the word used. I've tried to put too much stuff in the greenhouse here. What I'm going to do is, we've got a spare greenhouse on one of the other plots, is reduce the number of plants we've got in here and get them staked up properly so that we get a good crop from them. The others will be spread out in the other greenhouse, so we're still going to get a bigger crop. I just wanted to ensure that we had something to show you through the growing period. So I'm not going to film myself carting all these pots back and forward, but perhaps next week or whatever we'll show you a view of what's left in here and how it's growing. So with that, I shall bid you farewell.